reduction. I believe in learning different accents. So for me to learn, a British accent is the same as for someone who's British to learn an American accent. I mean, that becomes much more complicated when you get into people for whom English is a second language, and it would be like me trying to learn to speak Castilian Spanish in the Spanish language. So obviously it's much more difficult and a much more involved process, but the elements of the learning process are the same. So you start with your source material. You start with a recording of an American that you want to sound like, and then you break that down phonetically, and then you have a recording of yourself. It's really important in all these things to listen to yourself, and most of us hate doing that. We hate recordings of ourselves. We hate the way we sound on tape, but without knowing where you're starting, you're never going to get to that finish line. So the first thing is voice perception. How do I sound to other people? You can ask your friends what they hear when they hear you. Sit down with your best friend and a bottle of wine and play your recording of your voice back and ask your friend, ideally a musician or a dialect coach, what did they hear that's different about your accent than an American accent? Identify them yourself, and what you do then is you take the recording you've made of yourself, you transcribe it, and you start to circle just the words that people are saying sound different. Then you start to identify both the spelling and the sound of that word. So take the recording of yourself and then take a recording of your friend who's American saying that same thing. So you transcribe that recording, you give them that piece of paper like a monologue, and record them doing the same thing. And then you compare. You take all the words that you circled, you listen to the way they're saying it, and then you listen to the way you're saying it.